All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days, where we will cover this week's episodes of NBC's hit Days of Our Lives. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Alrighty.
Reed, you got it. Take two.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days, where we will recap NBC's hit drama, Days of Our Lives. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Well, good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days, where we recap this full week of the hit NBC soap opera Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by some wonderful soap-worthy faces. We have, first, not in the house today, Mark J Freeman, who is
Here in spirit.
Right. But he is marching the good march with his good old presidential pal, Bernie Sanders. So he is out there doing that. Atta girl, as he would probably say. So wishing Mark a wonderful march out there. But we still have to recap the show for you. And to do that, we have to my far, 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 far left now, today,
Matthew Evan Paine. As I was getting ready today, I thought to myself, I wonder if I'll be hearing to my far, 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 far left.
And you
I
did.
Thank you.
Did. No wonder you sat in that seat. You wanted me to give
I
that
wanted
to
you to do it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And of course, we have a familiar face with us. He was here with us a few weeks ago when Martha Madison was here, and he's back to talk about all things Days.
So much going on this week. Hi, I'm Dave Carey. Thanks for having me back.
Welcome back.
Thanks, Dave, for
So
coming
excited
back.
you're here.
Thank you.
I thought I had like scared you off because Dave was like, oh my gosh, like it was. I had so much fun. I had so much to say, and I was like, feel free to say it, whatever you want to say. Just jump right in. No need to be polite
Not a
around
problem.
here.
Yeah.
I think
let all out.
there were shockwaves through the studio when
Yeah.
Mark entered a little late. Everyone was like, "Oh no, how do
Yeah.
we?"
It was fun though. I liked it.
It was
That
fun,
little-
wasn't it?
Right.
He was
Good.
like, "Surprise!"
Yeah, good. I like that. And of course, if you guys are watching us live or following us on our social media, make sure you do that on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Dishin' Days on Twitter is @_Dishin' Days. The @ is usually implied. Make sure you like us and follow us because we give you the links and interviews and all the information about Dishin' Days right there on our social media. And speaking of interviews,
Oh, I can't. I'm still dreaming. I'm
We
afraid
have-
I'm going to wake up.
the mega
Mega.
interview this week
Legend.
with soap legend, yes, yes, and the most humble about it because as I told her, she doesn't realize that people put her on this pedestal,
Oh, thank you.
and she's like, "Oh, stop it!" And I'm like, "But you're Deidre Hall." That's right, we had Deidre Hall.
Oh, I thought you were
in this
talking about
week.
me
So
still.
jealous.
I was like, "Oh, pedestal." I don't know.
Yes, Matthew, but under that
Right.
is Deidre Hall. So if you guys missed our live stream this week, I want to play a quick little snippet for you. Take a look.
You're an actor for hire.
Right.
You have a contract. You have a job. You're playing a character. I think all of us go in with our game face, as Greg Drake would say, and put our best effort forward every day. And hopefully it works and everybody's happy and we get to get invited back the next day.
Right.
And sometimes you don't.
Yeah. And I read that during the book tour of the 45th anniversary book tour, a fan asked you if you would be open to coming back onto the show, and you replied, "Well, if I were invited." And that was during the time that you had gotten to know Greg Ming, and you guys had developed your a friendship, and you got a chance to know him. And he heard that and immediately went, you're invited. Is
Yeah.
that exactly how
That
it
is
happened?
exactly how it happened in the moment, and it wasn't contrived. It was
Yeah.
I was doing the book tour because I had agreed to do it, and I was in the book, and it just made sense. And someone did ask, and it was not planned, or we hadn't prepared for it.
Yeah.
And,
So if you
and
want
that
to
was
tune
exactly
in
how it
more
happened,
to our interview with the soap legend Deidre Hall, make sure you check out the link on our social media or at the AfterBuzz TV YouTube channel, or check out the link right below in our description box on this video. And while I'm giving out all that, shout out to Alexis, who's in our engineering booth. Hi, Alexis.
Oh, hey, girl.
Hey, Alexis.
What's up, guys?
As per usual, I have been doing this over the past few weeks and giving Alexis a shout out on all of her game-oriented attire. And today she has on a Space Invaders dress, rainbow dress, and I now look forward to what you're gonna have on next week. You know you have to have a closet full of just
I do, sadly.
game-related things. I think I'm gonna
all-
start making requests. Sonic the Hedgehog next.
And her hair was
And
on
her
point, too.
hair,
Her hair
is
was on point.
point.
Yes, it is. It is such a. Are you putting the camera on you right now? You
No,
should.
I will take a picture later.
You should. Like hair.
Hashtag perfect hair.
Yeah,
Aw, thanks,
it's
guys.
Yeah, it
it's
looks so good.
screaming like summer.
Yeah.
Like she woke up and was like, shh, shh, summer.
Summertime.
I wish
Yeah,
it was that
yeah.
easy.
There was a strut too, I think.
Aw,
Yes.
thanks, guys.
Yes. So you look amazing,
I will
darling.
totally wear a Sonic Hedgehog something
Yes.
next Sunday just for you two.
I love that. You know, Alexis, as I'm sitting in our wonderful studio, I noticed my little cheat sheet screen isn't on.
Oh, yeah. I was about to put it up for you. No worries.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Because when I need to give out that phone number, I always forget. Speaking of phone number, you guys will have a chance to call in and let us know what you guys thought about the storylines this week on Days of Our Lives. And speaking of the show that we're supposed to recap, how'd you guys feel about this week?
A lot going on this week.
Right? A lot going on,
yeah.
especially between Deimos and all of them. There's a lot. The
Now
stories.
we got Chloe in the mix.
Yeah, it's like a blooming onion.
Yeah,
just
just
keeps
keeps-
unfolding. Yeah, yeah.
Never ending.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pieces keep.
You like that, didn't you? You like that reference. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to start
Dishin' Days.
Dave.
Need to do the honors here.
Ah,
Voila.
thank you. We said it and forget it. All right, so let's get right into
First
it.
up, you mentioned it. Deimos, Chloe, Nicole, Dario, and Kate. Are we leaving
list
anybody
goes on.
out?
Yeah,
I
right.
know.
No, not at all.
I almost want to jump to the end of the scenes for them for the week with Deimos and Chloe making love.
Yeah.
There was no build-up. It was just like, all right, well, I think I'm gonna get going. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's,
On the
it's-
couch.
It's almost like Chloe had that moment of like, you know how feelings just kind of creep up, and maybe
Do I ever?
Greg Bond, and maybe things haven't happened in a while, and you're just like, I'll take you.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, and I was just like, oh my God, Deimos, you have all these girls after you.
He's slept
He's-
with pretty much all the women on the show.
Any girl he's had a conversation with the exception of Maggie, he's had.
This is true, and look, Maggie,
Yeah.
she could have had
He
a
just
chance.
paralyzed her.
Yeah. Whoops. My bad. Yeah. So I find this storyline interesting because Deimos has distinct relationships between each of these
All of
women.
them.
And like Vincent said when he was here, they're for different reasons. He's really in love with Nicole. Kate is just about business thing. But with Chloe, there seems to be like another side of Deimos, like a love,
connection.
family, like type of thing, and the connection with Parker.
Right.
Like
Which
all
was
of
very
that.
sweet, actually.
Yeah.
He was playing games with Parker. I love when Parker asked him if he wanted to play War, and he said, "I've been playing War all my life."
Yeah.
Such a double entendre. I loved it.
I have to say I had a selfish moment during that part of the show when the babysitter dropped off Parker. I thought, could have been me.
Could have been you.
Could have been me.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was.
I
was like,
mean,
who's this character?
It's a grade under 5 role that could have been me.
Yeah.
Are they in a cabin? Where does she live now, Chloe?
Yeah, she's in the woods.
Yeah, right. Well, I thought she lived in Chicago. Did she not?
I've never seen a home like that in Chicago, although I'm not.
Well, maybe she lives in
Chicago
the
savvy.
outskirts, in the suburban life.
Yeah.
of,
She's a country girl. Then.
yeah.
Yeah, I can almost picture like a little river, like in the backyard. I don't know. I like it. Oh, it was not my Days Aster moment of the week, but the gentleman that you could have played.
Yes.
When he exited the house after dropping Parker off, he stuck around and stood outside of the window.
Oh, did you saw that?
Yeah.
That's
and I think
funny.
You knew that someone was like, no, come. Yeah, because he was there for like 5 or 6 seconds, and then finally he disappeared. But he like circled around and.
Well, maybe he was checking his phone.
Yeah,
he's waiting for his Uber driver.
Finding out the next camp kid to drop off. I don't know.
Well, one scene that got to me this week was Nicole and Kate, and Nicole just once again being like, listen, like, get me out of this. You know I had nothing to do with this. And once again, it's that you hate me. Like, I think Nicole is even surprised because I don't think she's surprised that Kate wants to be powerful, but I think she's surprised, like, you really hate me that much that you want to see me be sent off that long?
And Kate's like, no, I don't hate you that much, but I was really upset. And I'm not really willing to call off the dogs yet because if I do, then I've lied to the police and I don't want to get in trouble.
Right.
So,
yeah, peace out.
But she told Nicole, she's like, you're a survivor. You'll get out of it. So.
But she almost hinted to Nicole, like, do what you got to do to get out of it, bitch. Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. Yeah. Did anyone else hear that? Like, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
She's like, I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
But I'm not helping you.
Yeah. She's like, listen. You know I was lying.
You've been in trouble before.
Look, you're no stranger to this. You're a survivor. Do what you gotta do.
Right.
Peace out. Gotta go run some things.
There was one character out of the list that I rattled that we did leave off, which was one of my favorite scenes of the week. This gets my 3 Snaps award.
So you can't have a day's after. You gotta come for the 3 Snaps award?
Was how Blanca had a really sexy scene with Rafe where you could feel their chemistry in the kitchen.
Yes.
And then a little while later, she had a scene with Dario in the kitchen where you could feel the sexual chemistry exploding the TV screen.
But it was from Dario, though.
Yeah,
it was from Dario, and she was just like, "It's not polite to stare."
Yeah,
and then
he was like, "I'm a man," or what did he say?
I'm human.
I'm human.
And she was just like, "I have no time for you."
No,
it's almost like she was the high school head cheerleader, and he was the quarterback, and you know that they're supposed to be together, but she's just like, you know what? I'd rather go for the guy who sits on the bench.
Yeah.
I totally compared Rafe to the guy who sits on the bench.
Which he does not at all.
No. Well, in this game he does. But yeah, that was an interesting scene, and Dario he is just this little horn bucket.
He is, Nicole.
But they all are. Deimos is also that way.
But these are with women that he has connections with. Dario is trying to find a connection because he already had made love to Summer.
You know what? Blanca is so sexy. She oozes sex appeal.
She does, but she doesn't ooze sex appeal for Dario. She's like, I wouldn't give you the time of day if you asked for it.
See, I'm not sure about that.
Dario or
no, Blanca. Okay. No, Blanca wouldn't give Dario the time of day.
See, I think she didn't, but I also think that there's a possibility that we see something further because I definitely, when I was watching it, I was like, ooh, this is kind of hot.
Yeah, I know.
But I also felt that she had a great connection with Rafe.
I think she's more so about Rafe. It's like it's like the big brother, little brother. Like the big brother is more appealing. Well, we know
it's a different show.
Well, we know what Dave would do. What would Dave do? Take them all.
In that role.
Hashtag take them all.
Hashtag take them all. So yeah, and Deimos again showing a different side of him. Wants Chloe to run away with him and start a life together and with her and Parker and everything.
I might be getting haters with this next line I'm about to utter.
Oh boy.
I'm not thrilled to see Chloe again.
Rude. Why?
Silence.
Crickets.
All the characters in Salem, and she's the one that has to move this storyline along.
I think it's going to be an interesting twist.
Yeah.
I think Days does things for a reason. You know me, just a fan with open arms. But I think there's a reason. Also, think about this. Those 3 women in another triangle.
Yeah, it makes it more exciting.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's going to be more friction down the road with Chloe and Nicole, a little revisit to...
Well, that I don't know because
now they're cool. They're texting.
Well, yeah. Well, she's already like, listen, Nicole and I already fought over a man and it was a mess. I don't want to go down that road again. But did any one of you have this feeling of Chloe tell Nicole you're with Deimos. Like the whole time this week, I was like, she's gonna tell. She's gonna tell. She's gonna tell.
Well,
I don't think she's going to, because I think that her making love with Deimos, was that love making?
Yes.
Well,
it's
maybe
always
to some
love
people,
making.
maybe to some, not to
It's always love
Actually,
making.
Tony, I have to correct you. It's not always love making.
Well, when you're trying to describe it on an after show on a digital network, you can't just be like, they had sex. You have to say they made love.
That's why I decided to
But
go
are they
with...
in love, though? Don't you have to be in love?
I mean, no. I mean, look, it's daytime. Next week they'll be in love with someone else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's still correct to say made love.
See, I think that with how Deimos and Kate are using each other for lovemaking, I think that Deimos and Chloe are using each other for some sort of emotional void.
See, I think as the story unfolds, we are going to discover their true relationship with each other, because it's already kind of unfolding in those flashbacks. And I think that Chloe definitely does have feelings for Deimos, Robert Deimos. And I think that, again, like Vincent said, the three women make up the perfect woman. But that was Nicole and Helena and Kate. Now you add Chloe to the mix, who has like this mother figure, who's like, a mom to Parker and beautiful and everything like that. That's another element that makes up that perfect woman.
Did Deimos know that Daniel was dead when he asked Parker that question about, like, do you play games with your dad too? And he was like, my dad's dead. And Chloe was like,
I don't think... Because I think that's the missing thing, because they've been tap dancing around.
But he knows
that
that Nicole's Daniel is dead, but does he know that...
That's the
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
But he
Because I
seems
was
to
like, that's
know
cold.
everything, though, of like,
Except
because
that.
of Victor and Maggie, and
He knows
that's
everything.
Maggie,
Yeah.
They did that flashback sequence too of Victor cutting Deimos' chest, and then they did the other flashback where they cut to Maggie laying on the floor after she had fallen down the stairs. And again, bravo to Suzanne Rogers for a great scene when she fell down those stairs. I mean, that was months ago, but excellent job.
Yeah. Well, let's find out what you guys think about this storyline with Deimos, Chloe, Nicole, Kate, Dario, Maxine's son, Linda, Maggie,
Dave,
Victor,
Matthew,
Mark J. Freeman,
Under 5.
Under 5, babysitter, Parker, Dead Daniel. So we want to know what you guys think. So feel free to give us a call here. Alexis, help me out. I think it's 424-253-0739. Was that right, Alexis?
So close.
Oh, what was it?
49.
Wait, 424-253, what?
0749.
0749.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so close.
You're so close. Sorry,
424-253-0749.
No, it's not on.
It's not
that's
on.
why. I'm sorry, love.
No, it's okay.
Somebody's gonna call.
So give us a call. Let us know what you think. I just realized I said give us a call, and the screen's not on, so I can't tell if we have calls.
I'll help you with that. We have one
Thank
call
you.
coming in.
We have one call coming in now?
right
Well,
now.
let's take that call.
Go ahead.
Hello, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
And they hung up. What is this?
Howdy!
Prank callers.
It's okay. The next one that comes in, I'll let you know.
Hello.
Okay, thanks. So is it the bat phone, Matthew Evan Paine?
Hello?
I have a question.
Yeah, Tony, this is Matthew calling from Los Angeles, California.
Yes, Matthew, who's sitting right in front of me.
Were you excited to see Chloe?
I was excited to see Chloe. Nadia is just so beautiful. Like she had my heart when she was Ghoul
Give a call
Girl.
whenever you're ready.
I'll take it. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Christian. I'm calling from Michigan.
Hi, Christian from Michigan. How are you?
Hi.
I'm good. How are you, Tony?
Doing great. So let us know, how do you feel about the Deimos, Nicole, Dario, Kate, Chloe storyline?
Well, I actually like the fact that they brought Chloe back,
Mm-hmm.
and they seem to be writing her differently now than they were before.
Yeah.
That they are now moving away towards the kind of cattiness that she used to be, and enjoying the growth of her character as a mom with Parker. And I did notice that Chloe did tell Deimos that that Daniel was Parker's dad and that he had died, and they made that connection with Nicole.
That's right. But has he? So then he must have now. It was Friday's episode that he's now made the connection that it's Daniel and Daniel is the one that died and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
out of the women, I want to ask you because I like to take a survey. Out of all the women that Deimos has fallen in love with, from Kate, well, no, let's start back 30 years ago to Helena, Kate, Nicole, and Chloe. Who do you like Deimos with?
I really like the chemistry between Nicole and Deimos, but I am really intrigued with the chemistry between him and Chloe at this point because there seems to be no games between either of the other women. He's being genuine, and I think Chloe hit it on the nail on the head. He's got a vulnerability with her that he was just starting to show with Nicole, but hadn't gotten there yet.
Yeah,
so.
Very true. All right, well, thank you so much, Christian from Michigan. I feel like that rhymes a little bit.
Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, Christian.
I wanted to let you know that I am Kate Phelan in the chat room, and I've been doing all of those gifts for you guys and memes.
Oh, I love those. Wait, are you you just do the gifts, right? So there was the one with me with open arms and that one. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Ooh, I love those. Keep sending those. Those are like my favorite.
You know what? You guys keep doing some funny gags, and I'll keep making them.
Oh, we will. We will. Thank you so much
Tony.
again. All right. Bye.
We have another call?
I'll take it. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishing Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Jackson, Georgia, Angel Golden.
Hi, what's your name again?
Angel Golden.
April Golden. How are you?
Angel Golden.
Hi, Angel.
Hi, Angel.
Hi, Angel.
Did you have a comment about the Deimos, Kate, Nicole, Dario, Chloe storyline?
Yeah, I do. I think that Nicole is going to wind up with Deimos, and Chloe will probably wind up. I'm thinking probably with Philip.
Oh, Chloe with Philip. Oh,
Yeah.
that's reliving
Angela,
like the Salem High days.
Right.
Good.
Oh,
Angela.
Hello? Can you still hear us?
Yeah, I'm Angela Golden. Y'all getting it wrong. Angela Golden.
Angela. Sorry, Angela. We've called you everything but your right name, haven't we? So, yeah, that would be interesting if Chloe did end up with Philip and then Nicole ended up with Deimos. And then that means poor Dario. He'll end up with Kate.
It's good for Kate.
Well, who would you like to see Deimos end up with?
Probably Nicole, because I like Nicole too.
Yeah, there's something about that. Just like what Christian from Michigan said, there's something about Deimos and Nicole, but then there's something more intriguing about Deimos and Chloe.
Yeah, but I think they had a past. I think they met later on down way before he comes on the show.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Angela, for calling in. I'm glad we finally got your name right.
After 4 times.
I want to tell my friend Lisa Mims hello, because she lives in Loganville.
Oh, well, go ahead and tell her hello again.
Hey, Lisa Mims, it's Angela. I wanted to tell you hello.
And we always notice Lisa in the chat room, so hello to Lisa from us here at Dishing Days, too. So thank you, Angela, for calling in, and keep watching us.
Thank you.
I will.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's it for calls.
Thank you. I just was wondering, I wonder if when Deimos finally goes back to Salem, if when Nicole finds out that he's still alive, she's going to cut all ties to him, because how could you let me go to jail for the attempted murder on your life?
If I can make a prediction now, I think that's probably why Deimos comes back, because maybe Chloe mentioned something to Nicole,
Because it kind of ends it where you don't know what's going to be said.
Yeah,
on the
and
Fridays.
then because, and then, or maybe somehow Chloe finds, Nicole tells Chloe what's going on. Chloe tells Deimos, and then Deimos comes back because he wants to save Nicole.
Yeah.
Maybe
Look at
that's
you.
what it is.
Look
And
at
then a
you.
wedding.
And then a wedding.
Wedding
Well,
at the end of the week.
we will see what happens with
Friday.
that.
Cliffhanger Fridays.
Cliffhanger Fridays. What else happened this week?
So there's Aiden and Hope, Rafe and Andre.
Oh boy. How are we?
The
How are
scenes
we
with
feeling
Andre
about?
are so delicious, aren't they?
Oh, Andre.
They're the best couple.
He's standing at the safe counting money. Chad's like, you don't live here.
And put the money back. And you have. First of all, I love the fact that when let's go back. First off, he finally gets out of jail because
That guy that came and
the random guy
Yeah.
that comes in is like, I killed
Do
Stefano
they have
O'Hara.
actual history with this guy or the?
No. No.
What was his last name?
Who? I put the man in my
he was
notes.
Irish.
Irish.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he was.
No.
I thought it was just very random.
Monahan.
That sounds
Robichaux?
something.
Yeah.
Let's just call him Mike.
Yeah, I don't know.
He knew all the story too. He knew all the details of
His daughter's car being the brakes cut. That's why
Yeah.
he realized
He
he
said
better confess.
where he buried Stefano.
But he forgot to mention about the text.
The only thing he didn't know is that Hope did it and Rafe knows about it.
Yeah.
Well, and so does Roman.
And Roman
Right.
does.
Yeah.
So they're like, why are you?
Yeah.
What's the word? Confessing to this murder.
But it's also Justin kind of caught on too. Like, how are you very convinced that this guy didn't kill
Yeah.
Stefano?
Like, how do
it's
you
very
know?
weird. Yeah. So Aiden is the one that set this plan in motion because he's being blackmailed by Andre.
He wants Hope back, which I'm not happy Hope decided to give it a try with him. I
Is
think
she? Well, no one seems to care that that Aiden is bad news.
Yeah.
And he's
know,
taken her
he's
to this
starting
little
to be-
getaway, and you're going to get yourself killed. I mean, they're never going to kill Hope, but
no, but he's now. I felt bad for Aiden in the beginning, especially
Yeah,
with the.
well, we didn't know.
Well, yeah, and
Exactly.
I felt bad when they did the episode with him being locked up and talking to the bird and all that kind of stuff, and then you felt bad because it's like, okay, yeah, he was gonna go with this plan, but he really fell in love with Hope,
Yeah.
and he really loves her and wants to come back to her. He comes back, and it's like right off the bat, you start messing up again, and it's like now I don't know about Hayden. I was very team Hayden. I was like, yes, Aiden, come back and get your girl.
Yeah.
But like, come on, dude. Let's can we keep it clean and kosher so that you can actually get her back? Because all you're doing is the same stuff that you were doing before you were gonna kill
Yeah,
her.
and he made the fake wedding certificate or marriage certificate for
Yeah.
Kate.
Now that he did for money. Now
Which I mean, hey, that's a good amount of money. I would do it.
You give me $2, I'll try to whip something up in Photoshop. I mean, I'm just saying.
Aiden's just a liar through and through.
Yeah.
He is, but I hate that they're making his character like that. Like I kind of wish I was about to say show who he really is, but I guess this is who he really is.
Yeah.
He's just a very sneaky person.
No
Can't
backbone.
change. Yeah.
None.
Leopard can't change its spots.
Well, leopard needs to try to and become a Dalmatian or something. So there's that, and then Andre finally gets out of jail because of this random man's confession.
Got out very fast.
Very
I
fast.
love him sitting at the chess table, and he says, "It's good to be home."
Yes.
Ah.
But I love that he's still all knowing. He's like, didn't Abigail start some sort of fire?
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, how
Yeah.
you gonna come back and stir
I
up
know.
tea?
Chad was like, "I'll kill you."
Yeah.
Chad is on the edge.
Really on the
Snap
edge.
his neck.
Yeah. So, and then poor Rafe obviously is still in love with Hope, but his meddling mother is trying to put him and Blanca together.
Yeah, which I don't know about that.
She's too much.
The mother?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I've asked you 7 times to butt out of my
But do moms
relationships.
really butt out of I mean, look at Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate never butted out of, but then again, look at how the kids turned out.
I
Stab
think
her
it's
kids
all
in the back, too.
But I think it's
Yeah.
all in the way that you handle it. Like
Yeah.
he's politely said, "Ma, I've got it taken care of. Like, stop talking trash about Hope. She's a nice woman that you don't even know."
Right.
And she's
She's just being mama
shoving
bear.
Blanca down Rafe's throat, which I think he's open to explore something with her at some point, or at least begin to get to know her. But she's still like, oh, am I interfering? Am I in the way? Am I? It's like, just come in and have a bite.
Yeah.
Chill out.
What did we feel about Hope's nightmare wedding?
Oh, it was funny.
And that flashback with the dance with Aiden. Is that what you're talking about?
No, but
she was getting that. No. I could go my whole life without ever saying that. I mean,
no. Remember when she had the dream that her and Aiden was getting married, but Andre was the priest.
Yes.
Oh,
and
yes. Yeah.
Ciara and Chase were sitting next to each other. And what else happened?
And then Rafe was there with
Blanca. Yeah.
And she didn't like that, and she just
there
was a lot going on.
Yeah.
But it was all how a lot of times when they start with a dream scene,
it's always discolored.
Well, I think that's a new thing they're doing now.
Yeah.
Usually it's not, and you're like, oh, is this really happening? Which it's over
sometimes
the top.
it's usually just kind of smoky light.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because the dreams used to be real color, and then you'd have the.
You're like, they snap out of it.
I see. Those are the ones I like.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up that clip. Oh my God, it's starting again. The whole, we were dancing at the charity event.
I'm gonna spin you, and then I'm gonna give you a nut kiss.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Spin, 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 spin. Eyebrow. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this clip is back.
They fantasized months ago or a year ago about the non-kiss. That's what Brian and I referred to it as, the non-kiss. They would fantasize about like coming close but no cigar.
Coming close and no cigar.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I want to, but I can't, but I'm going to remember this always and forever.
And we're going to re-show it on all these
episodes. And who called? Oh, Rafe called Hope, and Crazy Bird had her phone. And she's like, have you seen my phone? He's like, nope. I'm going to just run to the bathroom and check.
That's another shady thing he did.
I know, it's just like...
Well, and his suggestion was to check the car after they go do whatever they were going to do, not on the way to the car.
There's not much reception up here anyway, we should just break all communication.
At the Murder Hope Lodge.
Well, I think the reason why that Aiden wanted to make sure that she didn't check her phone was because he knows that Rafe is calling to let her know that Andre is out of jail.
Yeah.
And of course it's Rafe.
Yeah.
So double whammy. That. Yeah. And Aiden wouldn't even be in debt to Andre had he not told him that he lied to Hope and said that the switch happened before and not at the night of the death. Yeah. Stupid on his part. Yeah. Whatever. But let's find out what you guys feel about this storyline. Feel free to give us a call here. We're going to try this number again. It's 424-253-0749.
Yes!
We got it.
Yeah.
Woo! 3 snaps for Tony. That's 424-253-0749. Give us a call. Let us know what you think about Aiden, Hope, Rafe, Andre, all of them this week. Yeah. So let's see what the chat is thinking about. Oh, Annie Goen said, I thought of you, Tony, when Hope flashed back to the dance. I thought of myself when the flashback happened. I thought, oh my God, here it goes again.
It just makes you laugh, though, every time you see it. It's so absurd.
It doesn't make me laugh. It makes me give the biggest eye roll ever. Oh, we have a caller. All right. We'll go ahead and take that. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Kimberly from Maryland.
Hey, Kimberly from Maryland. Hi, Kimberly. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I just don't understand what was the point of bringing Aiden back if they weren't going to redeem his character. Just bring him back to have him basically be the same. They could have just left him dead.
Thank you.
Amen.
Like I don't get that either because he basically picked up right where he left off before he killed her. Just being that same sneaky person.
Not to no good.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully this time they connect the dots because I feel like the dots were not connected before he supposedly left.
And then I had another thing about Rafe's mom. She just gets on my nerves. She can't be that protective of her kids. When her daughter died, I don't remember seeing her at the funeral.
Right.
Yeah,
when her other daughter went to prison, I don't remember her coming there. She had a granddaughter born. I don't remember seeing her then. So I don't buy that she's died because of her family, and I haven't seen her.
Kimberly, you bring up some great points, but we all know that was Day's fault for not casting a mom.
Yeah.
And at least giving that mom an under 5 to show up.
Yeah.
It was always, it was always phone calls. Phone calls solve everything in Days.
Parker, miss you,
And
bud.
my last thing is, Matthew, leave Chloe alone.
Oh.
I usually agree with everything you say, but leave Chloe alone.
Shady Sundays, everybody.
Look at that.
I appreciate your opinion, but I will not.
Oh, it's about to be a fight between Kimberly and Matthew.
I just feel like I just feel like I want more. If they're going to bring Chloe back, and I do understand it's her first week, but if they're going to bring Chloe back, let's utilize the girl, shall we?
Yeah, but then you can say that about a lot of the people on the show they don't do much with.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's my point. Like, if you're going to bring her back, at least use her in a capacity that we can tolerate, not as just a person to move the storyline along.
Yeah, but I still like her.
Kimberly, I like you. Round 1 goes to Kimberly.
Kimberly's gonna cut you.
Thank you, Kimberly, for calling in.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, Kimberly.
And also, like, people are in the... Oh, no, not Kimberly. People in the chat room are... Well, one person said Aiden isn't bad news. And I think that's interesting because I don't think that there's any evidence to support that he's not bad news. He is bad news. He is lying at every single turn.
Mm-hmm.
He's stealing. He's cheating.
And still connected to the Deimos.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's still a Deimos henchman as far as I'm concerned.
Oh boy. Let's take that caller, Alexis. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Melissa Boyette. You know who I am.
Hey, Melissa. How are
Melissa.
you?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Well, you know, we're just here talking about this week of days on a Sunday. You know, the
Sunday
usual. What did you think about the Aiden and all them storyline this week?
Well, I think it's kind of crazy. I think Hope really needs to think about what she's doing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she's a little torn.
I don't think she listened to Bo when he came in the dream.
Well, I think she really needs to think about the bad stuff. She needs to think about all the things that's happened in the past. She needs to think about all the bad stuff that Aiden did.
I agree, but I think the reason that you know, she is kind of still torn is because there is still a love for him, and especially since you know, he came back and said that wasn't me that tried to kill you, it was someone else and it was replaced, and we all know what the Deimos are capable of. So I think maybe that love is still there.
Well, that's true, but I see that Rafe is so, I don't know, he's so attached to her and he's so in love with her. Mm-hmm. I know that he's not going to give up.
Yeah.
He's not. I think Rafe is just letting her figure it out. And he's just going to be there every step of the... That sounds so beautiful.
Isn't it romantic?
Oh, so romantic.
And then they're going to make love.
Yeah. Yeah, they will. All right, well,
I hope he's not going to give up, because when you look at Rafe with Hope, you kind of see a little bit of Bo in Rafe. I don't know. That's what I see.
Oh, you know what? I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
You didn't? Yeah, because I think that's why Bo said that to Rafe. You know, he said that to Rafe when he said that he wanted him to keep an eye on Hope, because he knew that Rafe had the strength to do it and he had the heart to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we are going to see.
I hope it'll pan out
Yeah,
for the
well,
best.
that's who I want to see her with, is Rafe.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us do.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, thank you, Melissa, for calling in and supporting the show as always, and keep watching.
Oh, I will. And you know I'll always support your show.
Oh, thank you
very much. So
Thanks,
happy
Melissa.
you called in.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So let's... is that it? That happened this week?
No.
Tidbits.
Chad and Abigail. And...
Oh, that's right. That's me. Oh, this is the part where I get to play Mark J Freeman and Billy Flynn. Billy Flynn. Okay, anyway. So,
You're good.
yeah. So we saw
Okay.
Chad at the hospital with Abigail and Jen, trying to explain to her kind of what happened. And I love that they keep reminding us that she voluntarily went and checked herself in, and now she's just like, I want to go home now. Yeah. And I don't understand why I can't go home, because I would really like to go home.
Yeah, only try to catch something on fire.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think
What's the whole thing with the mask on the face?
I don't understand that. I don't get it.
So she doesn't hurt herself? Or, I mean, she didn't burn her face.
No.
It actually, and I thought so too, because remember how she took the mask off and it was like nothing seems to be the matter?
Yeah.
I think it was just such subtle makeup. You could see that it looked like really fine burns. Like it was like very pale, the color red.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, that's actually spot on makeup. It was just so subtle.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Take another look. I because I was so confused. The thing I was more confused about, other than her taking the mask off and there seeming to be nothing, was that she was turned with her face on the pillow. She was still wearing the mask, but I thought that must hurt.
Yeah.
If you've got a burned face.
Yeah.
And the gloves, just too much.
Yeah. I mean, I figured the gloves, she probably caught her hands and arms on fire. But
And was it proven whether or not she was the one who started that fire?
From what it sounded like, yes.
She was the one.
Yeah.
And I like how she took the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
From the guy to
that whole
gonna
plan so that she can sneak out. I thought that was interesting too, that she was trying to devise a plan to just escape, and that was a really good one, as she still pictures Ben.
Mission accomplished. He went nuts when he came back.
He
was like, no, that's my Bible.
Yeah.
That's my Bible.
And the magazines.
I got tickled how she was just like, can I just go over there and just get a magazine?
Right.
And then she walked over there and she was just like,
take this and take that.
Thank you.
He looked at her like, I know you're doing something messed up.
Right.
I love too she was crazy her last few scenes where she was like through the window, Tony. Mm-hmm. Pulling it down to see who was sitting out there, and then she was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah. And she did. She decided that she wanted to leave, and so she made her escape through Dr. Robinson's office, which we thought for 2 seconds that she was going to get caught because she was hiding underneath that desk real tight.
But she was under there covering her mouth. What was that? So she can't hear her breathe?
Couldn't hear her breathe.
Maybe so she couldn't hear her breathing either.
Maybe she was gonna
Note to people, when you just do a sweep of your house, you never know when someone's trying to...
And the nurse came in when Dr. Robinson was talking to Abigail in Abigail's hospital room, and she was pretty much like, Dr. Robinson, one of your patients went off the deep end. We're going to need you stat. Like, it was just...
at Salem Hospital, yeah. Yeah, he's delusional. You got to come quick. No, that was interesting. And I love that Andre gave a tip for Chad. He was like, I'm just going to say she's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Mask.
Nobody else.
And I was just like, so what are you going to do? Just switch Abigail's? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
She's already leaped out the window.
I think they're going to say, we finally found Abigail. She's been homeless. She's been on the streets or something to that effect, and they're going to bring that. This is just all my opinion or what I think might happen.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I just hope she makes it from whatever jump she has to from that hospital window.
I am happy to say,
I hope so,
that this new actress is blonde, because I always picture Abigail as a blonde.
So somebody's gonna replace her then.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, she's been announced. See, Dave, you're good. You don't pay attention to the spoilers.
I don't want to.
You don't want to ruin it, right? I know. I feel the same ways, but yeah.
I used to back in the day. Going Dustin's Days of Our Life.
Me too. Dustin's Days page.
Days page.
That was my favorite. Shout out to Dustin's Days page, which is now like soap opera.
It's soap opera
fan.
Because I went on there.
Yeah.
To kind of recap.
Yeah, I remember when they switched it over. Yeah.
I remember when I found out that Kate Manzi was leaving Days of Our Lives, she had posted it on her Instagram page, and I was acting like it was an April Fool's joke. I was like not having any part of it. I was like, she's not leaving. I'm not allowing this to happen.
Oh yeah, she left.
Heartbroken.
She's so funny.
She's one of my favorites. I'm excited to see the new Abigail.
Well, that's not the only thing that was happening in the hospital. We have little Ciara, who decided that after her sessions with Marlena that she wants to maybe become a psychologist. So Marlena suggests that maybe she does some volunteer work, coincidentally over at the
Out
Shady
of all
Hills.
hospitals,
Right.
Big O Salem.
And then, of course, she gets the volunteering position, and then guess who they wheel in? Chase.
How about that?
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
quickie.
But I feel like this is the second time she's had this like sit down with Chase.
Yeah.
And I mean, how many more sit downs is she
But
gonna
this
need
one,
to get
she
over
was,
it?
I think she was a little more confident this time and a little more.
Well, I felt like she was confident the first
I thought it was
time.
a good moment. Yeah. I don't remember the first one so much.
The first one, remember, was when they basically kidnapped him, like Claire and Theo, and
But that was right at the beginning, right after she got pregnant.
that's true. And I guess
She
after
was
some
angry.
sessions, she's gotten herself together and can now fully
Because
forgive
Marlena
him.
can cure her like that.
Yeah.
She's got some skills.
Right?
It's all going to be okay.
Yes.
Feel better.
Yeah. You're not going to stop me from doing what I wouldn't want to stop you from doing. Well, you're not.
Marlena was like, I can transfer you to another hospital, and Ciara was like, no.
No, I'm good. I'm just going to go start volunteering now.
No, I'd like to just see Ciara punch Chase once.
That will not do anything.
It's a soap opera.
Push him in the wheelchair down some stairs.
Just all of a sudden she
You need
gets mad and like showgirls him and just like
Yeah.
put some pearls down and make him slip. Also, well, speaking of Ciara, we did see a little tidbit between Ciara and Theo this week. And Theo basically caught on to the fact that Ciara may have some sort of little crush on his Uncle Chad. And I love that Theo was just like, he's going to break your heart. And I'm not going to promise I'm going to be there. Deuces.
Yeah.
I just love how
He's very
real
confident.
Theo is. Like, Theo is so real. Theo does not hold anything back. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. He's just like, you know what? You're dumb. Pieces.
You know the scene with Theo and Claire where she's singing her song, strumming the guitar?
Yes.
Was there chemistry there?
I think it was just him listening to the song.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out if it was that or if that was foreshadowing that there might be something between the two of them.
Nah, I think it's just a day's moment where, like, she's singing a song, it's great and wonderful, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
let's
Let's show her.
Yeah. All right, and
Now,
I feel like that's been your week of days. So now let's go into some tidbits.
let's do it.
Lucas and Adrian getting married.
Yeah.
Next.
How do you feel about Lucas and Adrian? I think we asked you last
Yeah,
time.
you did. I'm not a. I don't know. Just
Still not a fan?
It just doesn't seem.
Doesn't seem
There's
right.
real.
Seems
zero
weird.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Zero.
It seems weird. It seems weird. But you know what I think it is? I think it's because we don't see them that often. Like, we haven't seen them in weeks.
When they didn't have chemistry back then either.
All of a sudden they come back and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get married."
We're gonna get married. Yeah, and it's like, what? Okay, fine. So I think there's that.
But is her divorce final with
I guess so.
With Justin?
Justin? Yeah.
Well, see, and I was wondering that too. I always want to call Justin Ned because he plays Ned on General Hospital. I always feel like when you have a super couple and they break them up and they try and rematch them with someone else.
And try to make it.
Yeah, to me, like, I would rather her try and work things out with Justin or have them work things out with each other. Because to me, this is one of those storylines where it's failing, and if they had time, if they hadn't been so ahead of schedule, they could have possibly fixed it. And now I'm sitting here just bored to tears with the proposal that didn't move me. The only thing that moved me was toward the kitchen for some pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls? Wow.
You can just hear it in the background.
Well, two people who do have chemistry are Sean and Belle, who are getting back together, which made Claire very happy, which prompted her to write a song about it. So I'm glad that they're back together because it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, Belle had her slut phase, and then she's like, all right, I'm cool.
Hopefully she's good now. And she can.
Let's hope so.
She's been
I feel like she just got it out of her system, though.
Maybe. Well, let's find out what you guys feel about the past few storylines that we have just discussed. We talked about the Chad, Abigail, Ciara Chase storyline. We just talked about Lucas and Adrian getting engaged, and the reuniting of Sean and Belle. So we want to know what you guys think about those storylines. So feel free to give us a call at 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. So go ahead and give us a call. We're going to take a couple of calls before we move it right along to our favorite part of the show, which are our segments. And I can't wait to announce the segments that we have today. Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah. So in the meantime, while we're waiting on phone calls, let's just get right into the segments. Because that has been your week of days. So we're going to start with our segments, and we'll start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! That's right. So right before we get into the 3 Snaps Awards, let's take this caller and find out what they thought.
And I want to hear that soundbite again.
We will. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tony. It's Lonnie.
Hi. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Hey, Matt.
Hey.
And we also have Dave here filling in for Mark. Say hello to Dave.
Yeah, I should. My question is, my thing is, when Andre came to the mansion and was talking with Chad, why didn't Andre mention to Chad about Abigail's letter that she wrote?
There was a letter?
Yeah. And Chad never got it.
I don't remember a letter.
Well, I read it somewhere that she wrote a letter and for Chad and Andre.
I'm looking in the chat room to see what people say. I'm wondering if this letter is like a spoiler if it's down the road and we haven't seen it yet.
Oh, boy. I don't know. I
sorry
know that,
about that.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I read it somewhere. I thought you guys knew about that.
That could be later on because let me tell you, when Andre was on, he talked about everything else under the sun that was dealing with Abigail and no mention of a letter. So maybe that's coming on a little bit later. So we'll have to see about that.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it happened this week.
No letter happened this week, but maybe next week.
Unless it happened when I was asleep during the Adrian storyline.
I didn't mean to jump the gun.
Oh, no, it's all right.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling in, as always, and keep watching because we're going to be talking about a whole lot more.
And I'm looking forward to having Freddie Smith as Sonny Kiriakis back.
Yeah.
We are too.
Yeah.
I saw Freddie a couple weeks ago, and we're all excited.
Yes. All right, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, thank you, Tony. Bye.
Bye. All right. Alexis, are there any more callers? That's it, right?
Not right now.
Okay, well, let's move. Oh, let's take that one. Whoop, whoop. Last caller. Ow. Hello. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Mike Riley from New York.
Why, hello, Mike Riley from New York.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm quite well. Thank you very much.
Good. So,
I was just thinking about the pairing of Lucas and Adrian. And really what I would like to see is I still want Adrian to be angry with Justin because that would give her a reason to get a little revenge. Lucas and Adrian don't really do it for me. I agree with you guys. They don't have much chemistry.
Right.
But why not pair Adrian with Deimos to get revenge on Justin and the rest of the Kiriakis? And because I'm not really interested in Deimos with Nicole or Chloe, truthfully. And it would sort of be like I love it when couples who have had like big storylines on other soap operas are then on new soap operas and are paired again. And I think that would be like a cool shout out to Channel 2 viewers that remember Vincent and Judy Evans.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Well,
like they did that with Beth Ehlers and Ricky Paul Golden on All My Children. I think they had a romance when they were both on Guiding Light together.
And I think they did that with Mary Beth and Stephen Nichols.
Yep.
Yeah, because that chemistry just flowed onto another show. Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting twist. And I just, again, like Lucas and Adrian, and it's not even the age difference because they share the same age difference that John and Marlena share. So I know a lot of people have issue with that, which they shouldn't. I don't understand why the female can't be older. Right. But I just think the chemistry is not there. And I would like to see Adrian be more of a power player. She's pretty passive as a character.
Weak.
And
I think
if you
she's
remember
weak.
Adrian when she first came on the show, her acting was crazy. When she did that whole rape storyline with her father raping her and her losing her memory and getting it back, she's a powerhouse actress.
Yeah.
Utilize her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. I totally agree.
What good feedback. Thank you.
P.S. Mike, our Melvin fan in our chat room says that you have a sexy voice.
Oh, thank you.
I put you on blast.
If she's female, I play for the other team. Sorry.
Sorry, all Melvin fan. But you, Mike, you said you're in New York, right?
I'm in New York. We actually, Tony, you and I went back and forth just a few days ago on Facebook. I was teasing about my taking Billy Flynn from Mark.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. And oh man, now I wish Mark was here because Mike was like,
what would he say? What would Mark say right now?
I'm at a loss for words right now.
Billy and I put Mark in the Deimos dungeon, so that's why he's not there right now.
Lock him up.
Mark would be like, "You can't break up true love, never."
Mike, are you coming to the Dual Coast event in September in New York?
I'm trying to get a friend of mine to come with me, so hopefully.
You should, because me and Billy Flynn are gonna be there.
I know. I don't, I don't want to cause too much problem on the Dish and Day set, but we'll see.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for calling in. Oh no,
Thanks,
you're
Mike.
fine.
Thanks,
Thank you. All right, so thanks, Mike. So let's get into our segments, which will continue with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap!
That's right. So I am going to give my official 3 Snaps Award to someone who reminded me of myself when I was a young lad, Parker, who walked into the room and said, "Who's that?" Which is exactly what I would have did. I would have said, "That's right, Parker. You check somebody else for being in your house when you're not there. You are the man of your house," because now Daniel has passed. And he's like, "Oh, hey, Mom. Who's that?" That's right, Parker. You take names and keep a list. So my official 3 Snaps Award goes to Parker.
Oh, snap!
That's right. All right, and so now things are about to get crazy.
I just love some flashing lights.
And they're pink. It is now time for Matthew's Disaster Moment of the Week.
Wow. So normally, you know how we don't discuss who our segments are, so it's a surprise on air. So Tony gave his 3 Snaps Award to Parker. I gave my Disaster Moment of the Week to the same boy. The reason, it's not even so much that I'm giving it to Parker, I'm giving it to Days of Our Lives for not rapid aging Parker the way that they did with the rest of the kids. In soap opera land, it's called being Saurus, which is soap opera rapid aging syndrome.
There's actually a name for it.
Yes, which Theo, Claire, Ciara, there's one more, Joey all went through.
Yeah.
And Parker should have too. Parker came back and he's the same age as he was, but all the kids that were boys and girls are now in high
born
school.
after them, though? I mean, like...
But then now shouldn't he be older?
He was. He should... maybe a tish older. Maybe like a couple of years older.
Well, if that were the case, they should have brought Parker back, walked through that door like, "Hey, Mom," like coming
like
in with the backpack.
schooler.
And yeah. So that is Matthew's Disaster Moment of the Week.
There we go. And of course, you know that Mark is not here, and because he is being Norma Ray and marching with Bernie Sanders, he informed us that he will post his quote of the week and
Mark's quote of the week
and his fan of the week on our Dish and Days page. So make sure you stay tuned on our Facebook page, Dish and Days, and he will post the quote of the week and fan of the week on there. And now let's go into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, speaking of Mark J Freeman and soap events, as you guys know, in July, on July 23rd, in Toronto, Mark is hosting an event called the Daytime Stars event, and it's Cruise for a Cause. You can join them for an amazing day cruising the Toronto harbors with some of the amazing cast of NBC's Days of Our Lives, which include Billy Flynn, Rob Wilson, and Eric Martzoff. And of course, hosted by the one and only Mark J Freeman. All funds goes to help raise money for the Lung Association. Your ticket will include a 5-hour cruise, luncheon, meet and greet with the actors, Q&A, live auctions, and photos will be taken by the photographer who's sponsoring the event, Red Suitcase Photography. So for more details, go and visit daytimestarsevents.com. Again, that's daytimestarsevents.com. And speaking of events,
don't forget to check out the DOOL Coast event happening in New York City on September 10th with Mr. Tony Moore, Mr. Eric Martzoff, Mr. Billy Flynn, Mr. Brian DiTillo, the lovely Ms. Mary Beth Evans, the handsome Brandon Beamer. And for details, you can go to www.dualcoastevents.com. And the handsome Matthew Evan Paine may or may not be there.
Oh, you're going to sneak in? I think you and Mark should. Yeah, why not? It'll be fun.
We've arrived.
We have arrived. You can marry Tyler Moore and get off the plane and throw your hat in the air.
Oh, I thought you said marry Tyler Moore. I was like, who's Tyler Moore?
Of course. Well, that's it. That's our show. That's all that we have to talk about. Yeah.
Oh, they're like, get out of here.
Matthew, tell the kind folks where they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Matthew E. Paine. Such fun. Dave, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
thanks for
Dave.
having me.
And let the folks know where they can find you.
Well, I still don't have a Twitter account. But you can find me on Instagram at Mr. D. Carey. And yeah.
Perfect. And
Ooh, with a little shoulder, he went, D. Carey.
Of course.
The chair does it to me.
Chair will do it because you can just do all kinds of spins and
Wrapped up in the
things.
cord and check yourself.
Oh my god, so wait. Oh my god, I haven't done this in forever. I should do my spin. And you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin' Days. We'll see you next Sunday for another full recap with some of your favorite all-time co-hosts. Me especially. Bye, you guys. See you next Sunday.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.